Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I do have the Your Nail Lab, which is a monthly box by Mccart. They did send this over to me as PR, and I am just super excited to be unboxing this with you guys. Starting off, they do have a little insert card, and they just told me that this was the September Polygel variation box. There are different variations for this month's box. When you go to the yournaillab.com website, you can take a nail quiz, and based on your results from that nail quiz will decide which variation you get. So it's still kind of a surprise, but if you like polygel or you like acrylic or you like dip powder, it kind of just flows with you. So I really like that they're doing that. I think it's really fun, and they did send me one of the polygel variations. So starting off here, we do have some press-on nails from their Awesome Color brand, and it kind of has like a light pale pink and also a black, and the black does have like some glitter pieces on it, and these are kind of like a long medium coffin length. In the press-on kit, you also get an alcohol pad, a wooden cuticle pusher, some nail glue, a nail file, and also sticky nail tabs. So this is definitely good for a one-night wear, or you can wear them using the nail glue. These are definitely something super quick that you can get some nails on quick, easy, and fast. I personally really like press-on nails because as a content creator, I'm already doing tons of different nail sets. So when it comes down to it and I'm going out for a date night, going out to dinner, or something like that, it's super quick and easy for me to apply some press-ons and go, and not really have to sit down and do another full nail set. So the next item here I thought was a little bit unique of an item. It is a jelly nail stamper, but the reason I say it was unique was because honestly, there was no stamping plates, there's no stamping polish. It's kind of just like an item where if you have the supplies, you can use it, but if you don't, you kind of can't use it. But then again, there are like those French tip TikTok viral nail hacks, so I mean, you could use it for that. It is a pretty nice stamper, and you also get the scraper as well. We have some Soy Cuticle Oil, and then I also received 2 different colors of gel polish. I am not 100% sure of the name. I think this one is Silly Secrets, and it is a beautiful jelly pink color. Look at that. When I opened it, I wasn't expecting it to be jelly, but when I saw that it was jelly, I was like, yes, I love this color so much. Don't forget, there are different variations of the September box. So the items I received in my box may be a little bit different than yours, or it may be totally different if you got a acrylic box instead of a polygel box. The next gel polish color is a mint green aqua, and this one is seaweed. I really like this one. It's super pretty, and I love the pastel. Moving on to the next item included in my box is one of the Mccart decoration kits. I really loved that this was included because you get so many different decorations, and you also get stickers. Like, what? That is just like the perfect thing to add into these boxes, because who doesn't like nail decorations? Obviously, getting your polygel, your gel polish, that's good, but getting decorations is so good. Like, I don't know. I just love it. In mine, I did get some gold stickers, and these are kind of just like, I don't know, geometric shape. I don't really know how to describe this one. I think these have some stars, some moons. They're super pretty, and they are gold. I really love these stickers, and I didn't actually have this decoration kit or set either, so I thought that was really good for me. And then we also, of course, get the decorations. There are some foils, some rhinestones, and some glitters. When I was looking at this little decoration kit, I did really get some fall vibes with like the red, orange, and yellow gold theme. I just think this decoration kit here is perfect for fall nail sets. If you did not get this decoration kit in your box or any of the items I'm showing today, I will also try to be looking on the Mccart website, and I will be linking the individual products below. But the last two items included in my box were two different 30 ml polygels. I am going to be going ahead and swatching them now. The first one here is a shade Hip, and it is a kind of like a jelly red, but not very jelly. You'll see what I mean with the swatch. And the second shade here is After Party, which is kind of like a pinkish red reflective polygel. So while I'm swatching these colors, I do want to mention, if you don't already know this, over the weekend I did get a new puppy. She is 8 weeks old, so that definitely means that she is a handful. She has so much energy, and I just have been running into some troubles filming and editing my videos, and of course doing my voiceovers. Doing my voiceovers is probably one of the biggest problems. Not really a problem, I just have troubles doing it because it does involve me talking, and with a little puppy whining, wanting to play, wanting to have attention, like 100% of the time, it is very difficult for me to sit down in a quiet place and do my voiceover. So I do want to apologize for not getting many videos out. Just bear with me. I'm trying the best as I can. And of course, I know it isn't mandatory for me to get out tons of videos, but I do love filming and putting out videos. I also do want to apologize for any noises like barking, playing, squeaking of toys. Again, very difficult for me to keep it super silent when I'm doing my voiceovers, just because we do have a new puppy in the house. But overall, she is doing very good, and I'm super happy to have a little precious baby. We did name her Willow, and if you want to see her, I will pop up a picture, but also be sure to follow me on Instagram, because I'm sure my stories are going to consist of a lot of pictures of her, just because she is so adorable. But here are the polygel swatches and the gel polish swatches. The gel polish did have 2 coats of color and also the Mccart top coat. Now let's go ahead and move on into the nail set. For today's nail set, I did decide to do the lazy girl method, so I am going to be showing some tips and tricks on how to make your lazy girl method, Femi Beauty method nails last and stay on for that 4 to 6 week mark. You want to make sure you are getting your prep down. I start by pushing back my cuticles. You do want to remove that dead cuticle from your nail plate, because that will cause lifting, which will make your nails, of course, pop off. I'm then going in with a cuticle ball bit. I love using this drill bit. It is so perfect for removing that cuticle, and I also don't really like to clip my cuticles, so I feel like using this drill bit really helps me get that nice clean cuticle, and it does help remove the cuticle from my nail plate as well. Keeping my drill on a low speed, I usually use around 4,000 RPM on my natural nails. I'm going in with a fine grit sanding band and removing the shine from my natural nails. I'm then going in with a stiff nail brush and removing all of that dust. You do want to make sure that you go in with a pretty stiff nail brush just to help and be sure you're removing all of the dust, because that dust can cause lifting in your manicures, and of course that will make your nails pop off and not last as long. After all of that dust is removed, I'm going in with the Mccart Nail Dehydrator, applying a thin coat of this to all of the nails and letting it air dry. This product will help dehydrate your nails and remove any more of your oils. After that was dried, I'm now taking the Mccart Nail Primer, again applying a thin coat of this to all of the nails and letting it air dry. Then I'm going in with the Mccart base coat and applying a nice coat of this to all of the nails. It doesn't have to be super thick, but this is a very, very, very important step. Since it is base coat, the gel base coat will stick to the gel polygel, and that is really what makes your nails stick and keep that good, strong hold. So that is it for the nail prep, but I also wanted to share this very helpful tip on how to make your nails look professional, look good, and not just look like press-ons or giving off that lazy girl Femi Beauty method vibe. You know what I mean? So what I like to do is for my full cover nail tips, I take a hand file and gently file around the cuticle area, just as I would if I were doing Gel X nails. And I'm just going around that cuticle and making sure it has that perfect fit to my nail bed. Obviously, everybody's nail beds, their cuticles look different, and the nail tips will fit everybody differently. So going in with your hand file and making it that perfect match for it to fit your personal cuticle and your nail bed will help the nails look 100% more natural and just look a lot better, giving off that salon quality finish instead of looking like you did your nails in 5 seconds and kind of just slapped on some press-ons. So if you are struggling with your nails not looking as good as you want them, I highly recommend trying this. Ever since I've started doing this, I've just seen so much improvement in my nails looking a lot nicer and really just giving a cleaner cuticle look. Like it's just so amazing, and honestly, it doesn't take much time at all. Since I am doing the lazy girl method using Polygel, I'm taking my nail surface cleanser, which this was actually included in the August Your Nail Lab box. So that's a pretty good score. If you're getting these boxes, you probably have a lot of other products that you can come back to and use them from the previous boxes. So I do have the nail tip on a nail stand flipped upside down. That way I can apply the Polygel to the inside of the nail tip. One super helpful tip when you're doing this method, like I always used to say, a little bit of Polygel goes a long way. You do not need a lot of Polygel in this method at all, especially because you aren't actually building the nail. You're using that full cover nail tip as your strength, as your support. And that is pretty much like the entire nails structure, because we are leaving the full cover nail tips on in the end. We're keeping them on. This is basically the dual form method, but you're not popping off the dual form, aka the full cover nail tip. You're leaving that on, and that's what's giving you that strength and support for the nail. So you really keep that in the back of your head. You do not need a lot of Polygel. You're just applying the Polygel to pretty much have that color on the nail, and also using the Polygel to adhere the nail to your natural nail. Using my Polygel brush and some slip solution, I am just molding the Polygel to the inside of the full cover nail tip, making sure I hold the nail tip looking on the side around the cuticle, making sure that Polygel covers the entire thing. Another helpful tip is using a smaller amount of Polygel at the cuticle area, because when you go to apply these on your nails, you're going to be pressing them down quite a bit, and if you have a ton of Polygel near the cuticle area, it is just going to squeeze out and create a super big mess. So I recommend using a smaller amount of Polygel at the cuticle versus the rest of the nail. But just in general, use a small amount of Polygel. I think it's a lot easier to squeeze out a smaller bead and add more if necessary, rather than adding a super large bead and then trying to use it all instead of just scooping it off of the nail. So I actually used to do this method with Polygel a lot on my channel, but then I decided that I wanted to try actually building the nail. But of course, building the nail takes a lot more time. For me, at least. I mean, you still may be a beginner at the Femi Beauty method, which is totally fine, but this method for me is a lot faster and just it's so quick compared to me building the nails. So the reason I did this in today's video was because I wanted to film a video, I wanted to do a nail set, but I also had to attend to the new puppy, Willow. So I wanted to do something quick. I also thought this would be a lot easier because I could keep the nails off until it was time to put them all on, kind of like press-ons. If you are seeing me here, I don't have any of the nails on yet, even though I am currently on my thumb. And the reason for that is because I'm using these nail stands, which I purchased from Mccart. I will be linking them in the description box below. I also quickly want to mention I have a discount code with Mccart, so if you do purchase any items from the actual Mccart website, you can use the code NAILEDBYBRANDI to save 15% off your purchase. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying, because I don't have any of the nails on yet, I'm using these nail stands and I'm just molding the nail and then letting it sit on the nail stand. And then once I have all of the nails molded, I do actually go in and apply them all at once. I just think it makes things a lot easier, and especially with having a puppy, I probably had to take several different breaks throughout this video just because she wanted to play or she needed to go out or fed or just something like that. So doing it this way, it just made it a lot easier for me. So I do apologize if you don't prefer watching videos doing this method, but like I said, it just was a little bit easier for me. I feel like I have been talking this entire video, but I just have so much to say, especially with the video moving super quick because this was a pretty easy nail set for me. But anyways, I am going to be doing a ombre on my ring fingernail, and you guessed that right, you can still do an ombre using this method. When I first found this out, when I was starting to do this method, I was like, oh my goodness, I can do ombres? I was just so happy. One thing you do want to keep in mind is when you're doing your ombre, you want to do that tip color. So the color that's going to be at the tip of the nail first, because you will want to cure that color. So I just put my glitter at the tip of the nail and faded it up, kind of creating my ombre. And then I did go ahead and pop that into the nail lamp for 30 seconds. And then I'll be going back in with the red color and putting that at the cuticle area. The reason you don't want to do the cuticle color first is because when you go to cure that, you're not going to have anything that you're going to be able to use to stick the nail tip onto your natural nail. So that is why you do the tip color first, and then you cure, and then you finish off the ombre with the cuticle color, which I'm going to be using the shade Hip just to blend with all of the other colors. And again, you will just ombre fade that down the nail, and you can take your nail off the nail stand to look at the top side of the nail, which is actually super important because what you're looking at the underneath may look absolutely perfect to you, but then when you look at the top side, the side you're actually going to see when you're wearing the nails, it may look completely different. One thing to keep in mind when you are doing this method, and if you aren't applying the nails to your natural nails right away, you do not want to cure them because obviously the polygel has to be uncured for you to apply them to your nails and then cure the nail to your nails. I hope that makes sense. I hope it's not confusing. But here are all of the nails after I have molded the polygel, and my nails are ready for me to apply them. So I'm starting off by just taking the nail off of the nail stand and slowly pushing it down on my nail. I like to do it slowly and gently, but still giving it a firm push just to make sure it goes on to my natural nail and really get stuck on there. I want to avoid any air bubbles, so I really am making sure I push that nail down. Then I also go in with my polygel brush and some slip solution, cleaning up around the cuticle and also underneath of the nail. You don't want that polygel to be touching your skin on the underside, so make sure you are going under there with your brush and cleaning that up so it isn't touching your skin. After the nail is on, straight, looks good, I then do a cure for 30 seconds in the nail lamp just to kind of give it a quick little flash cure. Not really that that's a flash cure, but once I do have all of the nails on, I will do 60 seconds on top and 60 seconds underneath just to make sure the polygel is completely cured the whole way through. After all of the nails on and they have had their complete cure, I'm now taking that surface cleanser and a lint-free wipe and wiping the tops and the undersides of all of the nails. Polygel does leave a sticky layer, so you do want to make sure you wipe that away or it will gunk up your hand file or your e-file. It isn't good, so just make sure you are wiping that away before you begin your filing. Another thing I truly miss about doing this method is it involves very little filing. I really only take my hand file the free edge of the nail, and then take my e-file with that cuticle ball bit and go in around my cuticle just to make sure I clean up any of that polygel residue that I may have left behind, and also giving it that sealed cuticle look just to make the nails look a lot better. Off camera, I also did go in with my Mccart buffing block and I buffed the nail surface. That is not a necessary thing to do, but personally I feel better doing it just because the nails still do have their shiny surface, and because I am going to be applying a top coat, I do like going in and buffing the surface of the nails. So one thing I did also do before filing is actually apply my no wipe top coat to the underside of the nails. I did forget to mention that, but it is pretty important because the nails are sticky, and if you have pups or just hair in general, it is going to stick to your hair. So taking that top coat to seal it in really does help. I also am applying the top coat to the tops of the nails, and I cured for 30 seconds in the nail lamp, and now it is time to decorate. This is a beautiful gemstone that came in baby girl nails, Your Nail Lab box. I think that was November's box. But she did a collab with Your Nail Lab, and I still had one of the little gemstones, and I thought this nail set, it would look perfect on. So I am going to be using this and also some of the red flat back rhinestones that was included in the decoration kit. So I did decide not to really talk for the decorations just because it is pretty self-explanatory. I've been talking the entire video, but I did just go in with some bling on the ring finger, and I also went in with some rhinestones around the cuticle area on the red nails. Now I'm just taking that Mccart Soy Cuticle Oil. I love this cuticle oil, super nourishing, smells so good, and it really just looks like bomb. Like, it looks so good. I just love the way it looks with my nails. It doesn't look too greasy, but it looks just so good. And look at how good the nails look. I love these so much. I think that glitter shade with the red polygel just looks so good together. Also, this red polygel would be perfect for some Halloween nail sets. I'm super excited for Halloween, if you can't tell already. But I will be linking the products that I used down in the description box below. I will also be linking the Mccart Your Nail Lab. If you haven't signed up for this box yet, I highly recommend it. You only pay $35 a month. You get free shipping and you get so many goodies. It is just an awesome deal. Also, with this new nail quiz, I think it's very helpful for the people who really like polygel but don't want to end up getting acrylic and vice versa, so I really do like that. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I did want to go ahead and show the nails with flash just because it is a glitter reflective polygel. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.